Hi there, good afternoon. This is Bozcaada Island, Turkey. So this obviously speaks to some of the history of this island. I have no idea what is going on here. It looks like it could be an earthquake collapsed this building and then it was abandoned. So there is so much history to explain here, which I didn't want to get into at the beginning because I have a whole other situation to talk about and deal with, a problem that I need to solve and hopefully will in the course of this video. But looking at what we have here, this does not at all appear to be leftovers from the Greek-Turkish population exchange, which occurred in 1923. A very quick explanation of that. After World War I and the collapse of the Ottoman Empire, the rise of Ataturk, the first president of Turkey, modern-day Turkey, then there was much shifting of the politics and borders, etc. And this island of Tenedos, which was Greek, was given to Turkey as part of an agreement. I'll just say that much for now. And Greeks continued to live here while it was part of Turkey for a while afterwards. But then they were kicked out, basically. So my first thought was, is this here a house that was abandoned by Greeks who left at some point when the island became Turkish as far as the people? It became part of Turkey in the 1920s and then was still Greek populated until sometime later, and then as it is now, it is, basically all Turkish people. But this looks like fairly modern stuff here. Not from the 1920s, clearly. And so the building itself looks quite old. But as far as trying to figure out, why was it abandoned, then it looks like there was some sort of destruction of the home. And so that could have been more recently. But I have no idea. So let's get out of here and show you some of this beautiful island. Not so beautiful right here, but you will be getting a much better taste of it in the course of this walk of mine as I go into the main town over there. You can see the spectacular castle. And so I actually don't know very much about this island yet. I need to do that research. I just kind of know some of the basics, but I'm not going to get to that until later because of basically two different points of business that I am involved in at the moment. So as I showed in my last video at the end, I arrived at my hotel, which is right over there. I will walk right past it. And then I wanted to go down to, there's a bay right there and take a swim there. But there is a, I don't know if it's a military lookout point or something like that, but there are barbed wire fences. There was an armed guard standing right where that white van just turned the corner next to that old stone tower. Right there is a little guard shack and a Turkish military guy with a big, assault rifle, whatever, standing there looking very menacing. And I walked right past him because you can see this road goes around, but you couldn't get down to that bay. And so I just walked down that road and then that drops down into the town. But I'm not going to walk that way now. I'm going to walk straight towards the castle there. And so you will get a town tour in the course of this video, and we'll see. But this video might just turn into me trying to solve this problem because it's going to take a lot of explaining to explain what's going on, even though it should not be a big deal, but it is kind of turning into a bigger deal than I had expected, even though I had a sense this could be an issue yesterday and almost mentioned it in that video yesterday. So the first order of business is that I am editing my video from yesterday. I just got started with it and I would like to get it finished before I head out, maybe rent a motorbike or whatever, and go explore more of the island. So the second problem is a whole different situation, but kind of the point of this video is to illustrate problems that can come up with traveling around the world and how you solve them, and also to illustrate how my experience as a travel vlogger is so much different from other people who are just like on vacation or traveling without doing the vlogging, because most people would arrive at this beautiful island as I did yesterday, go to sleep, wake up in the morning, have breakfast, free breakfast at my hotel there, very nice breakfast. I didn't end up filming that, but then their day is open and they decide, well, should we go to the beach or go to the town, go have a drink? What should we do? I don't have the luxury of doing that because I have this video, editing situation, and if I ignore that and let the filming pile up, then I just have more work, backlogged, waiting to get done. And so the way that I manage to post videos almost daily is by prioritizing the editing, and that takes hours. This one shouldn't take too terribly long, we shall see. But the other situation is one that anyone else who wasn't a vlogger making videos would be in right now as well if you aren't from Turkey. So the problem is paying for my hotel. That is the problem. So I booked this hotel on booking.com. Showed the room there at the beginning, and I am just about to the hotel right now, or more of a guest house kind of. And by the way, that is the restaurant that I ate at last night, where they had very nice live music. And I talked with the waitress. I asked her, what kind of music is this? Because to my ear, I kept thinking, man, this sounds really Greek. But I didn't want to ask her, is this Greek music? Because, there's a bit of an issue between the Greeks and the Turks. And so I asked her, is this like local island music? And she said, yes, mix, Greek and Turkish. So it was some sort of a kind of fusion, old style music band, something like that. But it was really nice music. And so this is the place. My room is right up there. And I am now going to walk down into the town as I explain this complicated payment situation. So I booked the room on booking.com. So there is an issue with booking.com when you are in Turkey. You can't reserve a hotel on booking.com in Turkey when you are in Turkey, for some strange reason, and it has been like this for years. Okay, I'm now going to switch into high roller Gabriel traveler mode. Anyone who has seen the Harold Balder videos may have heard him mention that. So what he means is that you keep talking and yet you turn the camera around and face it at what you're looking at, so that you're seeing, as a viewer, the scene around you, but I'm also still talking and explaining stuff. If you're just walking along pointing the camera without talking, that isn't high roller Gabriel traveler mode, because the point is that most vloggers will point the camera at themselves most of the time while they're talking. I didn't invent this, I just kind of started doing it, but the idea is I'm still explaining the story or whatever, but instead of just, seeing me, then you're getting to see the scene around you. And so it's really weird with the booking.com situation, because you can book a hotel in Turkey if you are outside of Turkey, and you can book a hotel outside of Turkey if you are in Turkey. So I could go on there and book a hotel. Here again we have this clearly Muslim fountain, which I remarked yesterday. I'm not sure what's going on as far as whether this is about a century old after it became part of Turkey, and then this is Arabic like from the Quran, something like that, or does this represent older history, the Ottoman presence in this area long before the 20th century? I mean, it is very old looking. I'm thinking, looking at this, that it's got to be a few hundred years old, but I really don't know. So, anyways, I can't be in Turkey and book a hotel in Turkey unless you use a VPN, and then it works. I actually tried that yesterday. But anyways, point is that I set up all these hotels up till now here in Turkey when I was in Montenegro, because I knew that there was going to be that issue, and so I just wanted to get it all set up. So I booked this hotel here, and I wasn't able to pay the bill through booking.com, whereas I had done that for the other two hotels in Ankara and Çanakkale, which, by the way, if you saw those videos, you probably noticed they were amazingly good deals. So check this out. Delos. Totally Greek name, and the it isn't actually proper Greek, but it's like English that looks like Greek. Apollon, Greek. Delos is, of course, the island next to Mykonos that I went to just a couple of months ago, with the ancient ruins of an incredible city on it. So I booked these three hotels. This one, I could not pay the bill, and it is much, much more expensive, as you saw at the beginning there. $157 a night for 3 nights. And so that comes to close to $500. And so when I wasn't able to pay the bill online, then I was left wondering, okay, how am I going to be able to pay it once I arrive here? Because being a small little island and more of a guest house rather than a big hotel, then I knew that it was a possibility that they wouldn't accept a credit card, and or that a foreign credit card could be a problem. So yesterday, when I was in Çanakkale, then I was trying to decide, should I go to that ATM that I showed in one of my other videos that didn't charge me an ATM fee and withdraw a whole bunch of Turkish lira in order to pay for this hotel? And I almost talked about that in the video, but I was talking about too much other stuff, and so skipped over it. But that was going to require going out of the way to get to that ATM, and then there's the issue of I'm going to have to make multiple withdrawals. I'm not going to be able to withdraw 15,000 Turkish lira in Turkey. The withdrawal limit is going to be less than that. My bank is going to charge me $5 per withdrawal. And so that's an extra 15 bucks. And so ultimately then I just decided to continue on with my plans and deal with things once I got here. So once I got here, then I discovered, sure enough, they don't accept a credit card. All right, let's wander back towards the castle, show that scene again. This is a post office, PTT, I think. This is Ataturk, who I just mentioned a little while ago, the first president of modern-day Turkey. So that references 1923. So that must be stating when basically Tenedos became Bozkada. Tenedos, the Greek name for the island, Bozkada, Bozchada, the Turkish name. Here again, Ataturk, Turkish flag, Muslim crescent moon, and star. And so the whole point of this walk right now is to go to an ATM machine, and they are back up that way. But I want to wrap up this explanation of what is actually going on here and why it's a problem. So I arrive at the hotel. I can't pay with a credit card, but she says that she can send me a link that is a payment option through this online service. And we basically say we'll deal with this in the morning. And so this morning, while I'm having breakfast, then she sends me the link, and I try to make the payment, and it doesn't go through, and a pop-up says international cards not recognized in the system, something like that. I can't pay with an international credit card. So here you go. This is the island of Bozkada. And I think we're down here somewhere. Oh, no, there we go. I guess that's where we are. So there's a lot more to see. It is quite a small island, much smaller than the other Turkish island I mentioned, Gökçeada. You can drive across it in like 7 minutes or something. So the link doesn't work, and there are no other options left other than paying with cash. Now there is the option of exchanging money. I have US dollars, but only $200 US, whereas this bill is going to be, as I said, almost $500. And so I have to withdraw cash. So that will work. I will be able to withdraw cash, and I will do that in the course of this video. The question is, how much of a pain is it going to be because of the amount that I need to withdraw? And how much am I going to lose in the process? So the first question is, what are the withdrawal limits at the ATM machines here? I withdrew 5,000 Turkish lira the last couple of times, which is about $147. I'm not sure if there was an upper limit that I could have withdrawn, and it depends on where you are. And being a small island, then the limits could be smaller. And then, what are the withdrawal fees going to be? Because as I discussed, a lot of the ATMs have extraordinarily exorbitant fees of up to like $12. And so if I make 3 withdrawals of 5,000 Turkish lira, to get the 15,000. The actual bill is like 16,000 something, but I have some Turkish lira already, and so I just need to get the 15,000 lira, and then I can pay the bill. So if all of the ATMs here are going to charge a $12 fee, and I have to do that 3 times, that's $36, plus, as I mentioned, my bank charges me $5 per withdrawal, and so there's another $15, and so this is going to cost me an extra 50 bucks if there isn't one of these ATMs that doesn't charge you a fee. So that pretty much wraps things up. Very much looking forward to getting into the castle there and seeing much more of the island. But now going to walk over to the ATMs and figure out the situation. So I have multiple different debit cards. I have 2 credit cards, but not going to use them. And then I have 3 different debit cards. Wells Fargo in the US, my Canadian bank account, as I've mentioned a time or 2 in the past, because I worked in Jasper National Park in Alberta, Canada. Opened up a bank account there and kept it open and have cash in there as like an emergency fund. And then thirdly, I got a PayPal debit card, which I've never used, but I have all 3 of those debit cards so that I have, multiple options to solve this. So let's find the ATMs and see what happens. So here we have the Ziraat Bankasi. So I'm wondering if there's an ATM machine here. Okay. I forgot to mention the date and temperature and stuff at the beginning there. Today is Thursday, August 29th, 2024, 81 degrees Fahrenheit, that is 27 degrees Celsius, and currently it is 1:28, and the bank is open from 9 in the morning until 12:30, and then 1:30 p.m. until 5. So it opens in 2 minutes, but I don't, there we go, ATM. Okay, here we go. The first attempt, let's see what happens. So notice the amounts that it is offering. 50, I need to get to 15,000. 500, 100, 1,000, 250, 2,000. So I'm going to go with, how do I do other? Oh, okay, you just type it in. I'm just going to try. I know this isn't going to work, but I need to find out what the upper limit is. Okay, so here's the screen that I have warned about many a time, except without dynamic currency conversion. Dynamic currency conversion means scam. That is all that it means, except without. I'm going to be shocked if it actually, yeah, see, daily cash advance limit has been exceeded. So I'm going to drop it down to 10,000, which I suspect won't work either, but just want to confirm, and then perhaps 5,000 will at least work, except without. Again, daily cash advance limit has been exceeded. Another attempt. If 5,000 doesn't work, I'm so bummed. Without. Okay, this is sounding good. The bank is right there. So mission 1/3 accomplished. Here's what happened. As you saw, I was able to withdraw 5,000 Turkish lira, about $147 US, without paying any ATM fee. So that DCC thing is just such an absolute trick, a scam designed to take your money for no reason. Now, oftentimes when you deny the DCC, it doesn't always say DCC. It will just say something about be charged in your home currency, in US dollars, or maybe something else, but it will be telling you that it's going to make the currency exchange itself. So, more ATMs, which I now have to deal with. Because what happened after I got my 5,000 lira, and so I will be charged the $5 by my bank, but at least I'm not charged another 12 bucks by the ATM. And so that was looking really good. But then I tried to do it again because I need to get 15,000 lira. And it said daily limit amount exceeded. Which is strange because my daily limit by my bank is definitely not just 147 or 150 bucks or whatever. Even if you times that by 2, that doesn't get to 300. I believe that my daily limit is 500. I should be able to withdraw multiple times from the same ATM, but it may be that that ATM or that bank only allows one withdrawal of the maximum amount, which apparently in this case is 5,000 lira. Really nice scene here. So we're just on the exact opposite side of the castle. Not the best beach, but really nice water. You have the old style windmills like you see on Mykonos Island and many other Greek islands. I'm sure that those are from the Greek era. So that card didn't work. As I mentioned, and this is why I mentioned them, because I thought that they would probably come in handy, or I hoped that they would come in handy if needed. I have these two other debit cards. So I put in my Canadian debit card, but no, it says that basically I can't withdraw. I think it's because I'm in Turkey. Whatever it said, it was just saying you can't withdraw any money. And then I try my PayPal debit card, and the screen doesn't even give me the withdrawal option. It's saying like change PIN, view balance. It has all of these options, none of which are cash withdrawal. So I've never used it before. I don't know if there's something additional I need to set up or what, or if it's also just because I'm in Turkey, but that one didn't work either. And so now we're back to trying at another ATM with a different bank, which very well could work. But of course, then the question is, what are the ATM fees going to be here? And what other potential roadblocks could come up? So the first thing will be to figure out what are the fees and which one hopefully won't charge me at all. So here is the currency offer once again. You may pay for this transaction in the local currency, Turkish lira, or in your home currency, USD. Make sure you understand the costs of currency conversion, as they may be different depending on whether you select your home currency or the local currency. Yes, they may be different. Oh, okay, I thought that might happen. Alright, so I'm going to try charge in local currency. It's probably going to give me another amount to be withdrawn, fee plus tax 320. See, so it's going to charge me $9.50. Cancel. So mission not accomplished. The first one, ATM fee 320 Turkish lira, that is $9.50. The second one, ATM fee 475 Turkish lira. That is $14. Third one, ATM fee 8%. Trying to withdraw 5,000 Turkish lira. That would be around $11 or so. Fourth one, ATM fee 8.5%, almost the same. So withdrawal fee of around $11, $12. And I need to do that twice still. So I could just pay the 20 bucks plus the 10 bucks charged by my bank. But I already know there is the ATM there that doesn't charge at all. And so I'm going to do it tomorrow and save $20 and just each day do it once, although the problem is that I'm checking out the next day and they're going to want to have payment. This is such a pain because that is it for the ATMs. Unless maybe elsewhere on the island. But yeah, I'm just gonna call it done for now, pay them what I can. I'm sure that they will understand. And then decide tomorrow whether to make 2 withdrawals or maybe there's another option or who knows what. But there you go. One of the challenges you can come up against while traveling, although this is a first really that it has been this much of a hassle to pay a hotel bill. But it is what it is, and I will get it done one way or another. Worst case scenario, I'm out 10 or 20 bucks, not a huge deal. So I am now headed back to my room, going to get back to work on that next video. So I decided to try something before I give up for the day. As I said, today is a Thursday. Tomorrow is Friday. Friday is the Muslim holy day. I'm really not sure in Turkey if Friday would be a day in which everything is closed, especially banks, most likely. Since it is a Thursday and the bank just opened back up for the afternoon, as I showed, might as well pop in there and see if they might happen to have any ideas for how I could make another withdrawal. Kind of seems unlikely. I think they'll just say, you know, we can't change the ATM, but let's see. So here's where things are at. I went into the bank and there was a line. You sit on this couch and wait. First person who was at the teller finishes up, and then this older man goes there and he's taking a while, and then he like goes back to the couch and gets something and then goes back to the teller and seems to sort of settle in like this is going to be a big thing. And I think there was somebody else also ahead of me. And in thinking about it, then I just don't think that there's going to be anything that they can do. So I decide, okay, just abandon this. No point in spending more time waiting here. Also, I wasn't sure if the lady at the bank was going to speak English. So I decided instead to go back to those ATMs and just cave in and pay the fee for one more withdrawal of 5,000 lira. The first ATM, which charged 320 Turkish lira fee, about $9.50. What I could have done is just gone back tomorrow, withdrawn another 5,000 at no fee, and then gone back the next day and gotten another 5,000. But that is my checkout day. And so for one thing, I wasn't sure if they would necessarily be comfortable with me not having paid up by that point. But also, it would have meant that I'd have to do this walk down to town in the morning before I checked out. I'd have to come down, deal with that, come back up, get packed up, walk back down. And so it's just kind of all around worth getting more of the bill paid now. So I went back there, got the extra lira, and we'll pay around 11,000 now, and then tomorrow go back to town, 5,000 lira withdrawal with the no fee, and then I will be settled up at that point. So what a hassle. But maybe you can see why I wanted to make a video on this topic, just to show what happens and how you deal with it and your various options, and make a few points, like make sure to have more than one debit card. Now that didn't help me in this case because I'm in Turkey. I think that is the reason why both of those two backup cards didn't work, but they could have worked elsewhere. If your card gets eaten by the machine, lost, stolen, etc., you really want to have a backup so you aren't really screwed. So anyways, that is going to do it for this video. I'm now ready to get out of the sun and get to work here through the afternoon, try to get this next video done, and then I will be showing more of this gorgeous island very, very soon.